Hi, I'm Marius.
And I'm Hannah, and today we're going to talk about managing your notifications. So a couple of weeks ago, we did an episode about managing your inbox, and actually recording the vlog made me try out Inbox Zero. I am so bad at managing my emails, but this has actually changed my workflow so much. So today, I'm hoping to learn a bit more from Marius about managing my notifications.
Notifications are potentially very helpful, but they can also be damaging to your focus because they're interrupting what you're doing constantly throughout the day.
Yeah, this happens to me all the time. I'll be in the middle of writing an email, something will buzz. It'll actually not be that important, but I've looked away and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll just deal with it so my phone screen can be clean and no notifications. And then next thing you know, I'm not writing that email anymore.
This happens to all of us, and it happens because we install a new app and it's like, hey, can we send you notifications? And you're like, yeah, whatever. I just want to play with the app. And over time, it means that every app suddenly has permission to notify you whenever they want instead of whenever you want them to. So I'm going to give you 2 tips for managing this more easily. The first and the easiest is to just manage it right from the notifications area of your phone. So we're using iPhones, but this applies to Android phones as well. Typically, when you pull down, you'll get your notification screen, right? And you'll see whatever notifications have come in recently. What you might not know is that when you swipe over one, instead of just clearing it or deleting it, if you tap manage or you tap little 3 dots, or depending on your phone, it'll be different, you can tell it to deliver those notifications quietly, which means that in the future, your phone is not going to ring or vibrate with those notifications, but you'll still see the little badge, you'll still see them in that notification list, but now that app is no longer able to interrupt you whenever it wants. So that's a really easy way to start.
And it's going to help you have a healthier relationship with your phone, because I know personally sometimes, especially after the workday's over, when somebody's just texting me to say, oh, hey, what are you doing on Thursday? I'm like, no more texts, because my day has already been so full of a barrage of information and notifications.
And if you're starting to feel overwhelmed, I suggest you do something that I actually did a couple of weeks ago, and it made me feel a lot less stressed about this stuff. And that's to set aside about 15 minutes one day, do it on the weekend, and just go through all of your notifications on the phone. And the easiest way to do this is actually from the Settings app. And again, this will differ a little bit depending on what phone you're using. But in the Settings app, you'll find an entry called Notifications. And in there, you'll see every single app that you have installed and what kind of notification permissions you've given it over time. And what I found is that there are very few apps that I think deserve the right to interrupt me at any point. So that's generally direct messages for work. It's generally not things like a Facebook app or an Instagram app or whatever, because that's the kind of stuff that I prefer to look at on my time and to dedicate some time to it, but not to have it interrupt me during my day.
This might be something you have to be a little brutal about, because I know for my sake, like I'm like, oh, I need to stay, up to date. I need to know what's going on all the time. But do I really? Probably not.
And if you do for some apps, that's totally fine, but you probably don't for all apps. And that's all we're trying to encourage you to do here, is to look at that list, and for each one, KonMari style, look at it and say, does this bring me joy to be interrupted in the middle of my day by this stupid game app or this, whatever it is? Just go through them, clear them out, make it a little bit more about you and a little less about them, and see how you feel. And then if it feels better, then next time maybe be a little more aggressive about what gets to interrupt you.
Well, I will let you guys know how I fare with Marius's tips in a couple of weeks, and you let us know in the comments.
Good luck. We'll see you next time.